masyadong magulo itong nangyayaring ito nung panahon ng former administration. Para bang ang ating kapulisan hindi nag-iimbestiga? So I surmise, Mr. Chair, that the police actually were not properly investigating because of the policy of the administration, because of the policy of the former president, na kung yan, nanlaban ng kaunti yan, patayin nyo na, at I have your back. Ako ang magpoprotekta sa inyo. And I would even think, I do not know, Major General, you could be able to tell me if I'm right or wrong, no? Okay lang sa akin. Pero palagay ko, there really was a big irregularity as far as investigating this is concerned. Oh, just imagine, we have more than 7,000 na napatay, but only 52 are being investigated. And 37 of them, wala na because hindi na umano yung biktima. Now, the thing is this, I don't think that it is the NBI that should be first in the scene. It must be the policeman that should be in the scene of the crime. Am I right, Major General?
You are correct, Your Honor. It's supposed to be the PNP, especially the SOCO, that will process the crime scene, especially in the event of armed confrontation, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, why do you always have to give that to IAS? Why don't the SOCO be the one to investigate on it, motu proprio?
It is within their mandate, Your Honor. The IAS has the motu proprio.
No. It's not the mandate of the IAS is to investigate an administrative case. Of course, kasama yung criminal dun eh. Pero still, the IAS should be independent from the Philippine National Police. Therefore, the Philippine National Police must also conduct their own investigation on the matter. Am I right, Major General?
That's correct, Your Honor. As I have mentioned, it is being part of the SOCO operations. And as I have mentioned, once an irregularity has been found based on the processing, corresponding actions is also being recommended, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, are you done, Congressman Abante? So, Congressman Acop, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. General Salvador, may I know the basis why IAS should be the one to investigate incidents involving police officers where firearms are used?
It's not, as I have mentioned, Your Honor, it's also their mandate independently. But as I mentioned also that...
Could you please state to this body, ano po yung mandate na sinasabi po ninyo?
It's the motu proprio investigation, especially if the case involves the use of firearms. And
is that provided for by any law?
it is within the disciplinary machinery or 6975, Your Honor.
Administrative cases, I will agree with you. Di ba? Kasi,
Opo, nasa batas po, Your Honor.
I do not know. That's why I'm asking, because during our time, the agency that investigates these events or these incidents would be the CIDG. Why? Because when these incidents happen, there are two aspects. Dalawang kaso administrative at saka criminal. Now, is the IAS equipped to conduct criminal investigation?
It is...
Please answer my question first. Is the IAS equipped, or does it have the capacity to conduct criminal investigation?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Oh.
On the basis of the findings of every...
The IAS is basically an agency which investigates the administrative aspect of this issue. Would you agree with that?
Yes, Your Honor, but
Yes.
as I have mentioned,
Kaya nga
they can always recommend.
Sinasabi kanina ni Mr. Sarmenta na grave neglect of duty na yung one That is administrative offense. Pero ano yung criminal offense na final ninyo?
I have been consistent with my response, Your Honor, because
Hindi ko
this
naman
is-
sinasabi na hindi ka consistent. Ang question ko, yung sagot mo. Kasi, hindi ba't sabi ko, you give me the basis why IAS is supposed to conduct this kind of investigations. When in fact, I know na yung IAS, administrative aspect lang ng kaso, ang trabaho nila. The criminal aspect is with CIDG, which is capacitated to do the criminal investigation. Kasi iba yung administrative investigation at saka criminal investigation. Doon pa lang sa evidence that is required, magkaiba na yung dalawa eh. So, how can you tell me that the IAS is capacitated to conduct criminal investigation?
Well,
You tell me, what is that mandate that you are telling me? So that I'll be convinced.
it is, they have the powers to file appropriate criminal cases against PNP members because before the court as evidence warrants and assist in the prosecution of the case. Tulad ng binabanggit namin, Your Honor, wala silang pinagkaiba sa investigator on case na kung may mga ebidensya on the basis of findings of the SOCO.
Doon sa kaso na sinasabi ni Mr. Sarmenta, ano po yung criminal case na na-file?
Well, we will have to check on the record, Your Honor, for a while.
Yan nga yung sinasabi ko eh.
I believe that they are telling us as to the specific case, Your Honor.
Meron po bang criminal case, Mr. Sarmenta, na final?
There was a case in the Ombudsman po. The IAS case po is NES NMP PCI 180054, which is basically a series of grave neglect of duty on Colonel Lito Patay, the QCPD
Administrative.
station. And then on the policeman involved, grave neglect of duty, grave misconduct, and conduct unbecoming.
Those are all administrative cases, which is
Administrative.
under the jurisdiction of the Ombudsman, both criminal and administrative.
There was a separate filing at the Ombudsman po initiated by the CHR, OMBPC 180092. This is for murder. And it was dismissed by the Ombudsman.
Yan yung criminal aspect. Yun nga yung sinasabi ko eh. Ang nangyayari, General Salvador, administrative aspect lang or administrative cases lang ang fina-file ng IAS. Why? Because it's their mandate.
But, Your Honor, they are also not prevented to file the criminal
I would
case.
agree with you.
Yes.
But supposing I will ask you to give to this committee or submit to this committee ano yung mga cases na involved sa extrajudicial killings na na-file ng criminal case by IAS to prove your point.
We will wait for the IAS to respond to that, Your Honor.
Yes. And that is why, Mr. Chair, may I move that we invite the Director of IAS in the next hearing para masettle tong issue nito?
Okay, there's a motion to invite the head of the IAS.
Second,
And duly seconded. Any objection? Hearing none, the said motion is now approved.
Mr. Chair, I also would like to inform the body, especially our, I like Attorney Conti and Mr. Meta, that this morning, the Committee on Appropriations already approved, no? The Committee on Human Rights was the first one who approved that. But today, already approved the CHR charter. Oo. Now, Mr. Chair, I think that there should not only be a review of these cases, there ought to be a reinvestigation of these cases, Mr. Chair. Would that be the kind of mandate the Philippine National Police also has? Because the thing is, yung mga investigation ginawa on the last administration were actually wala eh. Wala nangyari. So, I'd like to ask Major General Salvador, would you agree that all of those victims of the extrajudicial killings, more than 7,000 of them, or more, should be reinvestigated further? Major General.
Yes, Your Honor, it's possible for investigation.
Therefore, Mr. Chair, if it's possible, then I would strongly suggest that these victims should be reinvestigated so that the proper charges in court should be filed. Mr. Chair. Mayor General, would you please answer?
Yes, Your Honor. It's a matter of the inventory of cases, and I believe it will be coinciding with the cases of the Internal Affairs Service. Your Honor.
I would believe that in this administration, we have a different Philippine National Police. Am I right, Major General Salvador?
Yes, Your Honor.
And therefore, if we have a different Philippine National Police, I'd like to really strongly suggest that another motu proprio investigation should be conducted, no, and reopened with about 7,640 that died in police operations during the time of the former administration. Tulad po ng sinabi ni Congressman Dan Fernandez kanina, huwag kayo mawala ng pag-asa. Ano ha? Tony Conti, Mrs. Sarmenta, at Ma'am Fortune, lahat po kayo, na ipagpapatuloy po namin ito. In fact, election year po ngayon eh. Kaya napakahirap po sa amin, no? We are being attacked left and right. And we are in the middle of the campaign. Pero nakita po namin yung pangangailangan na dapat talaga po nating ituloy ito. I also would like to agree with Congressman Paduano that a super body should be formed and created, no? Para patuloy ang investigasyong ito kahit na po mag-end ang 19th Congress. Well, we would like also to recognize Reverend Noel. I believe that he also has something to say, so we would like to recognize him now for him to say his own statements of what AJK right now.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Bilang kinatawan ng mga nanay ng biktima ng EJK, we would like to suggest a truth commission to continue the investigation. Kasi we see the impunity will logically continue with the killings. This truth commission, we suggest, is to continue investigating in view of the prosecution of the mastermind and the perpetrators. We should be selective. And another suggestion is, we suggest that there would be a compensation bill to compensate the victims na walang po ng breadwinner ang mga nanay. Thousands of them. But until now, they are suffering injustice. Nobody helped them. The policemen who were killed, there were system of reward. Pero yung mga biktima, walang tulong. That's why we would like to request, if there would be, if it is contemplated that there would be a compensation bill na bigyan ng scholarship yung mga anak ng victims, or kabuhayan, or dissenting bahay, para matulungan sila. And then, finally, security. Hanggang ngayon, may mga threats pa rin ng mga victims. Yun lang po.
Maraming salamat po, Reverend Noel. No? Maganda po yung sinabi ninyo. In fact, nung iniimbestigahan po itong sinimulan natin sa Committee on Human Rights, ay napag-usapan na po yung Truth Commission. Ngayon po ito'y inulit ni Congressman Paduano na magkaroon tayo ng super body to actually investigate on this. At ito ay iniisip na namin, at hayaan nyo, Reverend Noel, pag-uusapan po namin ito ng Quadcom tungkol po sa Truth Commission sapagkat nais po nating ipagpatuloy itong investigasyon na ito sa EJK kahit na po matapos ang kongresong ito.